2026 begins with stories that have marked the lives of many people. Follow now in our retrospective episode. In the United States, ADRA draws attention to the increase in human trafficking during the Super Bowl, one of the largest sports events in the world. In the virtual environment, the global digital mission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church uses the Metaverse to connect people and bring hope on immersive platforms. In the Philippines, 10,000 young people from 11 countries gathered at a historic camp to learn, serve, and reinforce leadership based on values. And in Africa, the Pan-African Congress mobilized young people from across the continent to intentionally and efficiently transform communities. The ANN starts now. The world changes and the mission follows. In 2025, faith and compassion crossed borders, connected stories, and inspired new beginnings. You are now following some of the best news of 2025. Welcome to a new year of exciting stories. With a focus on leadership, spirituality, and mission, the Seventh-day Adventist Church gathered thousands of young people at the Pan-African Congress. The event highlighted the role of youth in transforming communities and advancing the gospel. Noel Sabanda has the details.
The third edition of the Pan-Africa Youth Congress was held at Babcock University, Nigeria, in the West and Central Africa Division. About 3,000 young people descended at this prestigious institution. The Congress was attended by the three divisions, namely the East and Central Africa Division, the Southern Africa Indian Ocean Division, and last but not least, the West and Central Africa Division, and it was graced by our leaders from the General Conference. Running under the theme Cities for Christ, the Pan-Africa Youth Congress at Babcock University, Nigeria, witnessed a kaleidoscope of colors and traditions as participants from various African countries showcased their unique cultural identities. The air was filled with excitement as each nation proudly represented their heritage through intricately designed outfits. Music and dance was the toast of the week-long Congress. From the vibrant ADRA and Ankara prints of West Africa to the elegant Maasai attire of the East and Central Africa and down to the Southern Africa, every country was well represented. The diversity of the African culture was on full display, highlighting the continent's rich heritage and creativity. As the youths gathered from different Pan-African countries, they celebrated their differences and commonalities, forging bonds that transcended beyond our borders. The Cultural Day celebrations served as a poignant reminder of the Pan-African spirit, which emphasizes unity, solidarity, and collective progress. Both the local and the international speakers graced this auspicious occasion with dozens of workshops designed to equip, empower, and to sharpen the skills of our youths.
Well, the Faith and Science Council is a combination of several entities from the General Conference and our schools around the world. So we have the Biblical Research Institute, the Geoscience Research Institute, Loma Linda Earth and Science Biological Department, and we also have the seminary from Andrews University.
In Belarus, a country in Eastern Europe with a strong Soviet heritage and a lack of social services outside the capital, the Seventh-day Adventist Church has made and continues to make a difference. In schools, nursing homes, and community centers, the church provides structure, presence, and direct care to families with children with disabilities and forgotten elderly individuals.
The Rachitsa community marked its 30th anniversary, reflecting on its growth from small gatherings in the 1980s to an established group with its own building, expanded in 2002. Over the years, different pastoral families have served the community, contributing to its growth and activities. The community actively engages children and youth through clubs, camps, festivals, and educational programs. The celebration included a photo presentation, speeches, and expressions of gratitude for the community's journey and impact. In Vitebsk, an event welcomed around 120 parents and children with special needs, featuring music, storytelling, and gift-giving. Similar programs were also held in local schools, a nursing home, and a community center. creating meaningful connections through shared activities. In Minsk, the capital, a gathering honored singer Anna Herman, bringing guests together over tea in a warm atmosphere. The program concluded with small gifts and invitations to future events, fostering a sense of community and shared reflection.
Evangelism has crossed borders and is also advancing in the virtual world. During the 10 days of prayer, the Seventh-day Adventist Church brought biblical themes to audiences who are not in the churches, but on screens. See how this experience was in the Metaverse, a real tool that reaches the hearts of people.
Did you know you can access the spatial metaverse from a variety of devices? That's right. You can join in using your cell phone, laptop, and even without a virtual reality headset. When you click on the link to our space, you'll find it right here on the screen, in the bio, or in the caption. Just look for it. You can choose a pre-made character from the platform and jump right in without needing to create an account or log in. Simply type your name, pick a character that represents you, and you're all set to join us. If you'd prefer to create a custom character that you can save for future meetings, stick around. In the next video, I'll guide you through the step-by-step process of setting up your account.
Beyond the 10 days of prayer, the church is actively engaging with the Metaverse, a virtual space where users can interact and explore immersive environments. This digital world, along with other innovative projects, like the 1844 game, offers young people a dynamic and educational way to learn about Adventist history.
The year was 1844. Does this date ring a bell? That year, the world saw several significant events, including the launch of the first commercial telegraph line by Samuel Morse and the birth of Carl Benz, the engineer behind the first gasoline-powered automobile. And that's just the beginning. But what is it about this date that makes it so memorable for us? 1844 was a year filled with hope and anticipation, as a movement drew in crowds eager for the imminent return of Jesus. This wave of mass preaching sparked a significant revival. However, it also led to a profound disappointment. Yet despite this setback, the movement laid the groundwork for the eventual establishment of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. This date stands as a crucial prophetic milestone in the plan of salvation. To share this important story, we created a variety of materials, including books, magazines, studies, films, and illustrations. These resources are designed to help both young people and adults learn more about the events of October 22nd, 1844. With technology becoming a bigger part of our daily lives, the way we learn and take in information has changed a lot. The Seventh-day Adventist Church in South America is keeping a close eye on these developments. This is the same organization that uses technology and virtual reality to share the gospel. And now it will present its message in a fresh format that feels very familiar to our teenagers. Meet 1844, The Journey, where players are taken back to October 23rd of that year, just a day after the Great Disappointment. In this virtual world, you'll step into the shoes of investigators, joining Nick from Feliz 7 Play as you explore and uncover the mysteries surrounding this pivotal event. With the guidance of historical figures, players will tackle puzzles and discover the fascinating stories behind the prophecies. They'll also gain insight into how this significant movement of preaching and revival led to the founding of the Adventist Church.
Good games will always play a vital role in the education of this new generation. Learning through gamification offers a more interactive experience, making it relatable and engaging for them.
We understand that the new generations are already engaged. Now we're sharing content to highlight the important story of the Seventh-day Adventist Church that deserves to be told.
In 1844, this journey captures a sense of mission and emphasizes the important role of young people in our church, much like Ellen and many others did in the past.
Today, our teenagers and young people play a vital role in the mission and history of the church. When they understand their identity, they can embrace a meaningful mission within the church, empowered by God's grace and the Holy Spirit.
Because those who don't know their own history are bound to repeat the mistakes of the past. When we use a game as a platform and a strategy to teach about history, highlighting the journeys of our pioneers, we are also shaping the future of our church.
And are you ready to join us on this interactive journey? Curious about what it was like to experience October 23rd, 1844? Now you have a chance to discover it.
Human trafficking increases during major events, such as the traditional Super Bowl, the championship of the American Football League in the United States. ADRA warns about this alarming reality.
With 50 million victims worldwide, human trafficking is a growing threat, particularly affecting women and children. During high-traffic events like the Super Bowl, traffickers exploit a large concentration of people to capture vulnerable victims. In 2024, over 113,000 victims were identified in the United States. ADRA, the Adventist Humanitarian Relief Agency, works to raise awareness and protect, as it did during the latest Super Bowl. Human trafficking involves the exploitation of individuals, often through fraud or coercion, for purposes like forced labor, prostitution, and organ trafficking. Signs of alert in victims include excessive fear of authorities, lack of documents, and degrading living conditions. Recognizing these signs can save lives. Join ADRA in the fight against human trafficking and help create a safer world for everyone.
In Jamaica, an international Congress issued a warning about the escalating religious intolerance. With increasing cases of violence and discrimination, leaders advocated for religious freedom as a fundamental and urgent right. Dr. Nelu Bercia warned about the rise of religious persecution, including violence, discrimination, and intolerance against religious minorities, especially in regions where they are most vulnerable. Bercia also highlighted the impacts of religious nationalism and secularism on freedoms, emphasizing that only through tolerance and mutual respect can religious freedom be ensured for all. The event brought together leaders from various sectors, emphasizing the importance of defending this fundamental right. In Cambodia, a country with a majority Buddhist population and little contact with Christianity, an Australian decided to build more than just a studio. Tim left everything behind and went with his family to Southeast Asia on a humanitarian mission and discovered in media a powerful tool to tell stories of faith. The outcome surprised even him.
Media ministry gives them an opportunity on Sabbath to have church, even if it's online.
Dreamer. That's what people might have called Tim when he first shared his vision of building a studio to spread the gospel in the language of the Cambodian people, Khmer. But before anyone could doubt him, he had already faced and overcome enormous challenges with God by his side. His mission not only became a reality, but also grew and thrived.
And we have a number of areas we work in. We have 2 schools, K-12 in one, and a primary school. And then we have an orphanage and an elderly people's home and media center, a butterfly garden, a plant nursery, and we manage a campground and soon to get started on a lifestyle resort.
The smile on his face reflects the years of dedication that have shaped him. His work has expanded into multiple initiatives, including the studio, a project that needed people and resources. And it happened. But this step wasn't easy. They needed a solid structure to support their goal, and, of course, an investment that would meet the demand for equipment.
2009, my friend John Wood was in Thailand, and he was talking to an architect about the plans for a studio in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And I went to meet him and meet the architect, and I came back with their plans, modified them a little bit, and we began building our studio with a $200 donation. Wow. So we do everything by faith and believing that if it's God's will, then He's going to provide.
The studio was born to restore hope and, most importantly, to reveal its true source, Jesus, the Savior.
The hard thing is like try to take the people turn back to God. It's very hard because right now the people have sin, so it's very hard to take them back to God. So if you are like many people in Cambodia, so when they heard the name of Jesus, they feel like hate people like that.
Now the studio has dozens of students who support and believe in the power of digital evangelism. They continue to learn from one another, share their experience, and feel at home.
I start to learn by myself and watching, others. I mean, the old workers, what they do, and then I can learn from them and to see how they do things. So, yeah, that's what I learned. And sometimes I went to like website or YouTube so that I can find some more lesson and learn and do it by myself.
I like working here because like we work like we are like the family, like not like different people. Like if I work outside, I don't feel like family.
They know this work is transforming the lives of those who are far from churches or faith communities, drawing them closer to heaven.
In Cambodia, we have about 130 worship groups around the country. That's for 16 million people plus. Our churches are scattered far and wide, and many people are too far away from a church to get there on Sabbath or to have a Christian family to fellowship with. So our media ministry gives them an opportunity on Sabbath to have church, even if it's online.
Tim and his growing family continue working to fulfill the Master's command to go and make disciples to the ends of the earth, in this case, across all of Cambodia.
More than 10,000 teenagers from 11 countries in Southeast Asia filled the International Pathfinder Camporee at Mountain View College in the Philippines. With the theme, Rebuilding the Altar, the event was a direct call to personal transformation and community impact.
The opening ceremony highlighted the importance of personal growth and leadership development among youth. Organizers emphasized that the Camporee goes beyond skills training and outdoor activities, focusing on reflection, transformation, and community engagement. Participants will take part in leadership sessions, outreach activities, and physical challenges designed to help them become well-rounded individuals ready to contribute to society.
From Cuba to Russia and to a new life of faith, in Moscow, 4 immigrants were baptized after finding acceptance and purpose in the Seventh-day Adventist Fakal community.
The community's connection with Cuban newcomers began 2 years ago, leading to the formation of a support group led by Lucy, a member of the Adventist Church. Last year, a young woman from Marbella took the first step in this journey by getting baptized, inspiring others to follow. Through dedication and resilience, 4 individuals, Alexander, Amanda, Lisney, and Lismer, reached this important milestone, committing their lives to Christ through baptism. Despite the challenges of adapting to a new country, they continue to grow and integrate, with the community supporting them as they welcome more newcomers.
From digital radio in Ghana to leadership training in Nigeria, the global mission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church continues to advance. Across various fronts and languages, the focus is on preparing, communicating, and acting with a sense of urgency. In Africa, trainings and meetings have been empowering individuals and platforms for the mission.
A web radio training in Accra, Ghana, brought together media leaders from 7 African countries to explore how digital platforms can enhance evangelism. This initiative aligns with the Church's global mission to strengthen digital outreach and share hope with more people. Meanwhile, Erton Kohler, at the time Secretary of the General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, visited Babcock University in Nigeria, where over 12,000 students are being equipped for purposeful careers and leadership centered on Christ. In Ghana, Köhler also met with local leaders, delivering a powerful message on the urgency of mission. He emphasized that spreading the gospel requires unity, dedication, and immediate action. Many are waiting for the good news that brings meaning and hope to their lives, he shared, reminding everyone that the church's mission goes beyond borders and calls for global involvement.
A story of pain and addiction until a movie changed everything. The impact of The Hopeful, a historical production about the origins of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, reignited the hope of those who had already given up on God.
I love Jesus. I would not be here without Jesus. If it was up to me, I would have ended my life a long time ago. But he had different plans.
Welcome, everyone. We're here at the red carpet event for The Hopeful movie in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
My name is Melanie Chris. I found out about the movie through Rick Stern and Shelley Stern, the owners of the company that I work for. They were kind enough to rent out a theater for all of us employees to go watch. It was incredible. And once I found out it was a true story at the end, I was blown away. I was blown away. And Ellen is so inspiring, the things that she went through, and she was able to come back from that, rise up like a phoenix, and still serve God. No bitterness, no anger, just that love of Jesus. It's so inspiring.
We're very excited about this. It's rolling out in 900 theaters across the nation, first here in America. You know, it's your story. It's our story. So make it that. And I really hope that you enjoy it. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie.
There is no time for delay. Jesus will return in but 4 short years.
I grew up in church. When I was 18, my grandfather got sick, and I just knew he would be healed, and he wasn't. And at that moment, I decided I would be a self-proclaimed atheist. And so all through my 20s, I did not follow Jesus Christ at all. I wrestled with drug addiction, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, depression for years and years and years. In my 30s, I wound up gaining so much weight that I weighed over 400 pounds. I was very, very sick. I could barely walk. I could not do simple things like taking a garbage bag out of a garbage can. I couldn't do it. My liver was failing. My kidney function was off. Excruciating pain all the time. So anyway, one day I was in the bathroom and I was home by myself, and I had just gotten out of the shower and I fell in the bathroom, and I was too big and too weak to get myself up out of the floor. While I was in the floor, face down, I was crying, and I reached in a mound of dirty clothes, because when you're depressed like that, you're not cleaning. When you can't walk, you can't clean, you know. I reach out, and my hand hits a rat, a dried, dead rat in my clothes. And I completely broke, and I sobbed. In that moment, I said, God, you have to help me or I'm gonna die. And immediately, that peace that passes all understanding. So that peace fell over me immediately. So I laid there for another 4 hours until my son got home, and he got me. And I told my son, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm gonna figure out how to get well. So I started on YouTube and Google. I started researching things on, how to do better. I found the Daniel fast, the 21 days, and that was where it started. I lost about 30 pounds in the first month. Now I have no limitations. I can run. I exercise 5 days a week. I just got a new marketing position, which is unheard of. In that short amount of time of following God, He's brought me full circle, and He has given me my healing. And whatever He wants me to do, I'll do. I'll do it all. So for someone who less than 4 years ago could not walk 20 feet without a walker, here I am.
We feel the love of Jesus. It lifts us up, it carries us forward, and it will guide us home.
This film was so inspiring and uplifting, and in this day and age, we need that. You know, we all need something to bring us up and to lift us up. It's something that I feel like will bring people together. It gives us all a common ground. You know, we need more uplifting stories and more stories that point us to the source, to Jesus Christ, because that's where our hope comes from. That's where our peace comes from.
These were the stories of ANN 2025 retrospective. A new year begins, and the call remains to serve, share hope, and live faith wherever needed. Follow new episodes on our YouTube channel and on Saturdays at 6:30 in the evening on Hope Channel. Happy 2026 with purpose, courage, and faith. Until the next edition.